Chris Simons moved in, and they're set to go. Ready for the last on the card. Gates are back. Pat Profits a touch slow on the outside, otherwise not a bad start. And Vielico, Little Boy Blue are the first couple out. Elonga settling down a length and a half away third. Shadada's getting up to fourth. Then Crystal Storm, Fair Trade a length further back as Futushon, followed by Definitive on the inside of back behind those horses on the outside. Lord Pindari a length and a half. Pride of Largo, Turkey and Pat Profits 2.5 lengths away. They're inside the 1,000, and Little Boy Blue running them along at a pretty strong gallop, led by a length Vielico. 2 lengths Elonga on the inside, and Shadad 3/4 away. Fair Traders 5th. They're followed Crystal Storm a half a length away 6th. About 3 lengths to Definitive on the inside of Futushon, and they're followed by Lord Pindari, Pride of Largo, Turkey and Fat Profits. It's Little Boy Blue leading around the home turn. Vielico is second. Elonga 2 lengths away third, now easing into the clear. Shadad next on the outside as they corner, then Crystal Storm, Fair Trade. Down the outside comes Futushon, and then came Definitive trying to work clear. Little Boy Blue at the 400, 2 lengths Vielico. Elonga coming home. Fair Trade working through it. His debut is finishing the race off well. Little Boy Blue in front. Fair Trade in the middle is claiming it with Elonga. Turkey is coming home on the outside. Fair Trade the leader with 100 to go. Fair Trade from Elonga. Fair Trade in front. This is a fair performance. Fair Trade by a length Elonga. Turkey 2 lengths third. And then came Little Boy Blue. Fat Profits from last. Further back to finish in the race then was Lord Pindari. A break Definitive. Futushon didn't finish off, followed by Shadad, and then Crystal Storm, Pride of Largo, and Vielico stopped badly again and is one of the last over the line.
Well, this is a huge performance on debut, and it gives Michelle Payne the jockey challenge with a double and a placing. But on debut takes on well-performed gallopers and beats them comprehensively and pays $21.70. Great training performance here by Mick Kent. He's here. I'm interested to see what he's got to say about it.
Yeah, well, it's a big win because, as you said, on his first start in the race, it travelled smoothly enough in about 5th or 6th spot, and it was obvious when Michelle asked it to go that it was going to take a bit of beating, and it's won well. A wipeout for the followers of the fancied runners, and Futushon just got back, not sided. Vielico sat on the speed. It was under pressure soon after they started. It couldn't even get past the roughie who was leading. And this will be a pretty decent first forward too, with the numbers 9, 7, 5 and 4 after the last. And a monster quaddie.
It's going to pay $44,392.60. Untrialled on debut.
Yeah, 10. Yeah, well, there's another point. 10s and 9s. 10, 10, 9 and 9 have won the quaddie today, and a huge dividend coming to you if you're smart enough to get that. It's paid $21.70. We couldn't detect any move for it in the ring, but we also knew that it was being kept pretty safe. Now, Mick Kent is the trainer. He's with Bruce.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Well, Mick Kent is here. Mick, that's a mighty performance to win a Saturday race at Flemington on debut.
Yeah, he's always shown a little bit, and I didn't think it was an over-strong race, and when he drew the good gate, I thought we'd take a chance.
It's a big chance to take, though, isn't it? I mean, it's very hard to come to a race against performed horses and beat him. Like you say, you must have had a good opinion of him, though.
Yeah, no, he's always shown a fair bit at home. He's been a slow and shoeing sort of horse, and you know, he's sort of horse we think will get a bit of trip later on. And yeah, I just didn't think it was a strong race. I just thought it was take his chance.
You didn't trial in publicly? Was that because you didn't have to, or you didn't need to, or you just wanted to try and find a race for it?
Well, we're blessed at Cranbourne for the trials we have. Every Tuesday we have, 800, 1,000 and 1,400 trials, and 10 runners in each. They're better than official trials, I think, so we never have to go anywhere. So we're a bit lucky that way.
It's good for you. Much about the punters. Did you give yourself a chance today of putting some money on? No, about 20 to 1.
Yeah, I've got to say I had something on there.
You say you're taking your time with this horse. You're going to make a middle distance type horse, mile of middle distance?
Yeah. Look, he's inbred the Dame. He's done a really interesting pedigree. If you look at his pedigree, he's inbred the Dame. He's run a cut out of house, and well, I think that 10 furlongs going to mark me where he fits. Yeah.
Where did he come from? He's by Damon. You say he's in the same family.
Yeah, they're really good clients of mine. Joe and Darabella own him with. They own Sparks Fly that with me, and they've had a bit of success, and they bred him, and so they did the mating and all that. So good on them.
Great job. Well done, Mick.
Thanks very much.
Mick Kent, I'll have to get down to Caulfield, Cranbourne on those Tuesday jump outs. They're better than the real one, Shay.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point, isn't it? Anyway, Michelle Payne comes home. That made it a double for her today. Big day for Michelle, and she's won the Jockeys Challenge. Now, I don't know what price she would have been. I'll check that with you, Bruce. I'm sure you would have seen whether She was $21, okay. Anyway, she's got up in the last stride. She's won it, getting the 3 points. Some of the dangers of Damien Oliver and Dwayne Dunn, they didn't earn a point in the last race. Runner-up was ridden by Dale Smith, who wasn't in the picture. And then Turkey was ridden by Nick Hall, who has finished up running equal second. So we've had a winner on 7 and then 4 of them on 6. So it's been one of the most willing jockey challenges we've ever seen. And in fact, $41 she got out to Michelle Payne. So very big odds for people who stuck with Michelle today, and she's landed a double. The last running double paid $138.40. The daily double on 10 and 9 paid $381.60. And the quaddie on a pair of 10s and a pair of 9s, $44,392.60. $44,392.60. And Michelle Payne is smiling from ear to ear. Why wouldn't she? She won the Chester Manifold today on Rock Coaster, and she's got home on a first starter here in the last race of the day. Fair Trade doing a great job and holding up at huge odds on Supertab, $21.70, a bit shorter than that on track. Here she is with Bruce.
Great day for Michelle Payne, winning the Jockey Challenge, 2 wins, and to come in on a debutant win like that's very impressive.
Yeah, definitely. I knew last time in he was a really serious racehorse. Just a couple of jump outs he had and a couple of gallops, and it was one of the main reasons I come back from overseas last year. But he went and missed, and Michael was patient with him, and I haven't ridden him this time, so I didn't know how he was going. But he won terrific today. Still got a lot to learn.
All coming out now. Jump outs were good at Cranbourne, the private ones. Michelle's come back from overseas like the horse. It's a good story.
He's still got to do it, and a lot of the time that doesn't happen. But no, it was great today. Great owners, Joe and Dara, have been terrific to me with Sparksfly, and I have to thank them for putting me on today, and Michael Kent, who's done a terrific job with horse and preparing him for first up win at Flemington. It's not easy to do. Good day for you today, but unfortunately he's suspended yesterday. I know, it just always seems to happen. You get on a roll and something like that happens, but well, you can't do much about it, so I just have to come back and work hard and hopefully get back to winning races here. At least the days to say today. Well done, Michelle. Great day for you. Thanks very much. Michelle Payne, a winning double, and the story thickens out, showing who this horse will trap it up in tracks on the day a bit later on. Fair Trade wins the last, and Michelle Payne takes the Jockey Challenge. A break on Race Day Live.
Blue are the first couple out. Elonga settling down a length and a half away third. Shadada's getting up to fourth, then Crystal Storm. Fair Trade a length further back as Futushon, followed by Definitive on the inside of back behind those horses. On the outside, Lord Pindari, a length and a half. Pride of Largo, Turkey and Fat Profits 2.5 lengths away. They're inside the 1,000, and Little Boy Blue running them along at a pretty strong gallop, led by a length Vielico. 2 lengths Elonga on the inside, and Shadad 3/4 away. Fair Trade is 5th. There followed Crystal Storm, a half a length away 6th. About 3 lengths to Definitive on the inside of Futushon, and they're followed by Lord Pindari, Pride of Largo, Turkey and Fat Profits. It's Little Boy Blue leading around the home turn. Vielico is second. Elonga 2 lengths away third. Now easing into the clear. Shadad next on the outside as they corner. Then Crystal Storm, Fair Trade. Down the outside comes Futushon, and then came Definitive trying to work clear. Little Boy Blue at the 400. 2 lengths Vielico. Elonga coming home. Fair Trade working through it. His debut is finishing the race off well. Little Boy Blue in front. Fair Trade in the middle is claiming it with Elonga. Turkey is coming home on the outside. Fair Trade the leader with 100 to go. Fair Trade from Elonga. Fair Trade in front. This is a fair performance. Fair Trade by a length Elonga. Turkey at 2 lengths third. And then came Little Boy Blue. Fat Profits from last. Further back to finish in the race then was Lord Pindari. A break Definitive. Futushon didn't finish off.
Gurgis, tab 1, it's the top raider. From 2:13.16, Vision and Power, Afghani, Eagle Rock.
I've gone with Afghani here. It's won 2 of its last 5 starts in pretty impressive fashion. I thought the effort last start at Randwick behind referees was very good. He covered plenty of ground, still got to the line quite strongly, and the overall time